Who is the GOAT of basketball? Is it Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
You asked the right guy. I've spent way too long on this question. I've probably spent upwards like 100 hours watching every video. Like I have a sheet of like writing down every stat, comparing each other. And as of right now, I think.
What's up, guys?
This is episode 5 of Locked In. Welcome. I'm Solomon.
I'm Samson.
And today we got a special guest with us. We have Miles, or aka McDeezy. Just a little background on Miles. He's a YouTuber. He's a very highly skilled basketball player. He has 2.43 million subscribers on YouTube. He has a total of 585 million views. And he's incredibly talented at spinning basketballs.
He performed on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. He's a pro spinner, which for people who don't know what that is, he can spin a basketball really, really well. And the coach of the Harlem Globetrotters said maybe he can be on the Globetrotters. So, welcome, Miles.
Yeah, Miles, welcome. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me on here. Very excited to be on this podcast.
Yeah. All right, we'll dive into the first question. What was the encouragement to, or like the inspiration to start the YouTube channel?
Yeah, so I spent most of my childhood watching Dude Perfect, watching like old MrBeast, watching like all these YouTubers. And then I had an old channel with like, my mom was okay with it. She was okay with me uploading it. It had to be on her phone. She had to like look over the videos. And it was trick shots of me just like with my friends just doing like water ball flips or basketball trick shots. And then eventually we kind of stopped uploading, but I was always telling every kid in my school about the channel. We were at like 80 subscribers max. I don't remember. It was not that much. And then the day I got an iPhone was a week before high school started. So this is 2022. So the second I got an iPhone, I created a YouTube account, started uploading every day, and that's kind of how like I began the YouTube journey of like having the account.
So like what you used to like, what was your posting content? Was it like trick shot content or?
Yeah, so when I started this new channel, I love basketball spinning. So back in the day I was like trick shots, but now this time I was kind of like, hey, I'm like really good at spinning basketballs. Like no one in the world's doing what I'm doing, but like no one really like cares either. So like if I can make people care about me, maybe I just start uploading spinning content. So I was like posting 3, 4, 5 times a day, me in my room spinning basketballs, doing random tricks, and yeah.
Nice.
Dude.
That's cool.
How did you like develop a passion for basketball, would you say? Like what got you, like what was the drive for maybe basketball?
Yeah, so the drive for me, basically, my dad has a basketball gym. It's like think of piano lessons, but for basketball. So it's like a weekly camp where kids go in from ages like 5 to like 18, and you just like play basketball. And it's like there's a coach, they teach you lessons, an hour a week. And so I've always kind of had that growing up. And he built that like camp business when I was like 10 years old or something. So like I always loved basketball, but that was really where I was like, I can play every day. I have a gym. I can just play basketball all day nonstop. And then also like all my friends play basketball. I love watching the NBA. So that's kind of how I like began to like really love basketball.
Dude, is that like where you film your videos now? Do you film that in your dad's gym?
So I film like basically all my videos there. So he has a half court gym, and it's similar to like Jesser's court. So it has like a really cool background, and I mean, at least I like it. It's like blue, good coloring. And then there's also another gym. I filmed like one video there, but it's a full court NBA size gym. It has the Golden State Warriors old basketball floor. So like they have the floor from like 15 years ago, and they like switched it out. But it's like they painted over it so it doesn't. You can like kind of tell if you like really look deep into it. But it's like full NBA size, NBA rims and everything. But I'd never filmed that for some reason. I just like the other small gym.
What's your favorite basketball team? Who's like your top on the list?
So it's the Golden State Warriors, actually. So the closest NBA team to me is the Jazz. They're like 3 hours away in Salt Lake. They're like 3 hours south from me. And it's like, I like them, but they're like never good. So it's like never like fun to like watch the Utah Jazz. Even like I'll go to their games once or twice a year. But really it's like Steph Curry, Golden State Warriors since... I don't know. Since like
we're Warriors fans too.
Yeah.
I mean, for the people watching the video, I'm wearing a Golden State Warriors jersey right now. Steph Curry, arguably one of the best basketball players of all time.
Yeah. Would just this is not in the notes, but if you could pick one professional NBA basketball player to do a video with, would it be Steph Curry?
Yeah, definitely Steph Curry. But I wouldn't be mad if it was LeBron because he's also more popular.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
at that point,
Yeah.
I'm just caring about, hey, whoever cooler, how popular they are, they get more views. I'm
Yeah.
cool to meet them.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
All right. Did you ever see yourself like reaching 2 million subs or anything like that?
Yeah, I never really like saw myself hitting 2 million subscribers, but I just kind of remembering like I remember like the day I made my channel for this new one I had, like the week of high school. I remember uploading, and after like 2 months, I was already thinking about like, hey, what am I gonna do once I move out of move out of the house and like have to keep uploading? Like I was always had the mindset of like I'm gonna be doing this for a long time. I'm not gonna stop anytime soon. So I wouldn't necessarily say I saw myself hitting 2 million. I would say I mostly saw myself like being a content creator, making basketball videos. By no means, because like I feel like there's a lot of big basketball creators that have yet to hit 2 million, and it feels weird that I'm like technically bigger than them on subscribers base.
Yeah. All right, moving on to the next question, and this could be a really debated question, maybe for fans at home or for people who are favorites. This can get really heated and deep. Who is the GOAT of basketball? Is it Michael Jordan or LeBron James? Or would it be somebody else?
You asked the right guy. I think I've spent way too long on this question. I've probably spent upwards like 100 hours watching every video. Like I have a sheet of like writing down every stat, comparing each other. And as of right now, I do think it's Michael Jordan, but every day it's closer and closer that I'm changing my mind on LeBron James. But as of today, it's not changed yet.
Hey, I heard somebody from Charlie Kirk, and he was in a debate with somebody else, and he says when you go to like Vegas or something, what do you go up to someone and say, hey, are you wearing LeBrons? Or you say, hey, are you wearing Jordans? I thought that was kind of funny. It's like, I don't know. It's like, yeah.
Just curious, this is random. I see you have a basketball poster like in the background. Is that what basketball player?
Michael Jordan, right?
Is that Michael Jordan?
It's, I got
the big one.
I have another poster too. But above me right here is Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
There's another one of Michael Jordan. Steph Curry's right there.
Sick.
But I'm a Steph Curry fan, way more than Michael Jordan. But I just always like having a Jordan poster in my room. Like you can never go wrong with that. Cool. I wouldn't put in my top 5 favorite players in the NBA, but you can't go wrong with the Jordan poster.
For sure. For the people who are maybe unfamiliar with Miles' his background, he is really into the Harlem Globetrotters, and they actually have allowed him to been at some of his shows, invited him out. And is it one of your dreams one day to be an official Harlem Globetrotter? Is that maybe like a life goal or?
Yeah, like growing up, it was like an actual dream I had to like become a Globetrotter, and even like years into YouTube. And I've met like I'm actually like really good friends with probably like a dozen Globetrotters. Like a few of them were like we hang out like. I go to New York and we like hang out there. So like we're like really tight. I asked them a lot of like questions like how it's like being a Globetrotter. And from their perspective, they really liked it, but it was like you're on the road for like 6 months a year every day. Like it's kind of like a brutal life, and they don't necessarily pay that well. And like I'm making way more money off YouTube than they're kind of making doing the Globetrotters. And so as of right now, it's not really like a passion to like become one, but it's definitely like really fun whenever they come in town and they're like, hey, you can wear one of our jerseys and like help us out during our game for that one day. So like,
that's
okay,
cool.
That's good with me.
That's cool.
That's awesome. And then also you have a video on it. One of the coaches said that you have what it takes to become Harlem Globetrotters. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Also for the viewers at home, we also actually have a signed by the team of Harlem Globetrotters basketball in the background, and Miles has one too. This is kind of we've been to a few games too. That's cool. That you've got the opportunity.
Guys, Miles has also been on the Tonight Show by Jimmy Fallon. Can you maybe break us down, maybe kind of how you got there, how it went, Jimmy's reaction, and
Yeah, so how it happened was they gave me an email, and it was the week before they were going to start filming. And it was like, it was my junk email, and it was like, Tonight Show, we want you to come on the show. Please respond ASAP. And I got a lot of spam emails. So I'm like, whoa, I mean, like, nah, this is fake. And then they sent a second email, and they sent a third email. And the third one, they were like, hey, we like really need you to respond within like the next few hours, or like you're not gonna be able to make it on the show. And I was kind of like, wait, this is like really weird to like go this deep into like a spam person faking it. So I like tell my parents, and then we like find out the email, and the email seemed pretty legit. We found the guy and sent the email, and we're like, dude, like, this is legit. Like, I'm actually gonna be like on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. I was like, okay. So we responded to the email, and they flew out me. My whole family had to fly there. They didn't pay for their tickets, but I got to fly out for free. They gave us a hotel for 2 nights, and it was like we filmed the whole day. So it takes them like, they film the day of. It's not live, but it's also like not like weeks before. They film the day of, and they have a lot of rehearsals. Like, we're in the waiting room for like, bro, it was so many hours. It was like me and a few other people were just in there. And so we're in there, do rehearsals, and we film it. And they have like a real audience too. There's like 400 people, 300 people, like real people. It's not like a fake sound effect. So it's like a real stage. And then there's so many people on the show. There's like real celebrities like just walking in the hallways. Like we saw Dr. Phil, G-Eazy. There was like we're just like, what the freak is going on? Like, it seems like so random. Like, just seeing Dr. Phil, like, he was so old, like, really old. And then, like, they put makeup on me. I've never had makeup in my life. They, like, whole production. Like, I was so surprised. And then we filmed it. And then we, like, hey, and I was kind of like, hey, can I, like, talk to Jimmy Fallon after? Like, take a picture with him? And they were like, hey, we can't do that. You're going to have to just leave. So, like, it was still cool. Like, I still got to go on the show and meet him on the show, but not, like, after backstage. Super cool experience. Like, I don't think, it's just, like, such a random thing that happened to me. But, yeah, super cool.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah.
That's neat.
Guys, Miles is also a pro spinner, is what it's called. So you can spin a basketball on your finger. Can you maybe elaborate a little bit on that? Like, what's your, maybe do you have any world records when it comes to that? You have an 11 ball spin. So that's spinning 11 balls on your finger.
And
on
pencils
your knees.
or just like anything connected to your body in a sense, right?
Yeah, so basically, I didn't even understand what pro spinning was growing up. I was just, like, really good at it as a kid, and I don't know why. I love dribbling basketballs, I love spinning them, and so I just kind of got better and better. And then at a certain point, I was doing stuff that was normal for me and, like, wasn't normal for, like, the Globetrotters or, like, pro spinners. I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. World records, I have a few. They're not, like, official because, like, official world records are, like, really hard to get, and, like, if one thing's wrong, like, if there's AC in the room, it sometimes doesn't count. It's really weird, like, strict rules on that. The records I have is like the highest spinning catch, like throwing it up and catching it, which I think I have like 26 feet. I don't know exactly. All I know is I have the record. And then another one is the most like spinning catches in a row, like spinning it, catching it, and throwing it back up. I forgot how much that is. All I know is I broke the record for a video.
Dude,
I can't think of any other records I have. There's probably a few more. I just can't think of any. Every time I break them, it's for a video, then I forget about it.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Have you ever considered calling out Guinness World Records and attempting an official world record? Is that something maybe you'll do down the road in the channel history? Or
yeah, that's really definitely something I really want to do, like a bucket list, to just like fly one of the like just like how Dude Perfect does it, and just like like plan out 10 records and then have like a whole wall of like plaques. That'd be really cool to do.
Yeah. If you could pick between collabing with Dude Perfect or MrBeast for a day, which would you prefer?
Okay, define the collaboration. Is it like just me and him for the whole day?
So just imagine like a full-on like video like collaboration, like whether that's, I don't know, whatever the content creator is necessarily doing, whether it's a challenge, maybe feature it in a video or something like that, or a video on your own channel.
I would, even though I think Do Perfect would be a bigger impact on me, I think for views wise, you got to go MrBeast. Like and like it's kind of hard not to go MrBeast. Like him just kind of being with him, and then all of his like employees are like the smartest YouTubers in the world. You go to talk to them, or not YouTubers, but like know about YouTube. So
employees,
yeah.
Have you ever met MrBeast before, or
no?
Or
he's like the one him and Ryan Trahan and Mark Rober are the one YouTubers I've never met, and I really want to meet him. I've gotten close, but MrBeast was supposed to be at a convention, and like the day before was like, "Hey, I'm not going anymore." I was like, "Oh."
Could you maybe like tell the viewers at home, because you have some connections with some YouTubers, like maybe what YouTubers you have connections with? I know you mentioned a little bit earlier when we were talking about Iraq and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I go to like convention. I go to Vid Summit, VidCon every year. It's been like the last 2 years. And every time I like meet more YouTubers, and it's really cool. So me and Iraq, we're like pretty good friends. I wouldn't say we're like, hey, call me up, like, hey, what's up, how you doing? Like, it's not like that by any means. But I was in his talent show video like 2 years ago. So I was in there. I lost the town show, but he like really liked me. He was like, dude, it's so cool because he can actually spin a ball pretty well. And then I was at Vid Summit in October of this year, and I was like, he probably doesn't know who I am. Like, it doesn't matter. And then he saw me. He was like, dude, what's up, McDeezy? I was like, you know my name? It was like really weird. I was just surprised he like knew me. And so we like talked for like a few minutes, and he was like, we talked for a bit. And then I'm also like I'm like good friends with like a few of his like editors and producers. So it's like kind of like a weird relationship me and Eric has, but like we definitely are like, if you saw me in public spinning a ball, he would know who I am.
That's
yeah.
cool.
That's sick.
Cool.
And then you do YouTube videos with Jordan Kilganon. How did you maybe meet him?
Yeah, so growing up, I loved dunking. I mean, so still to this day, dunking is one of like my favorite like things.
Yeah.
I would, if you told me what I like more, dunking or YouTube, it would be a real debate. Like I love dunking that much. Just like watching.
And guys, by the way, he can dunk on a 10-foot rim. So
yeah, I can do it between the legs on a 10-foot rim. I've like gotten like pretty like pro
cool.
dunking of it almost. But growing up, like he was straight up one of my favorite YouTubers, and he wouldn't even upload it. I loved watching him dunk. He was probably my favorite, if not like one of my favorite dunkers like ever. And every year he does like a camp. It's like him and all the best pro dunkers in the world. They host like a dunk camp, and it's if you want to learn how to dunk, or if you already know how to dunk, or if you're a pro dunker, you go to it. And it happened to be in Salt Lake City, which is like 3 hours away from me. So growing up, I was always like, I want to go there. I can't afford it. It was like $1,000 to get in, but I'm like, I really want to go.
That's rip off.
And so last year I can afford it off like social media and stuff. So I'm like, I'm going no matter what. So I'm 16 years old. I bought it, and then like had to get a hotel room. And so I'm like, I don't know. I drive over there. We go to the whole camp for a week, and me and Jordan were like, we met and stuff. I was like, this is so cool. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And then I went to it again this year, and we're like pretty good friends now. Like we both like he knows who I am. Like we'll DM every once in a while, but we weren't like good friends. And then I went again to dunk camp this year, and he was like, dude, we got to make like a group chat, because he wanted to get bigger on social media, like as in content wise. And I'm like, dude, I'm your man. I can help you out. So we had like a group chat, me, him, and another pro dunker. It was like 3 of us, and we texted like an hour, 2 hours a day for like 3 months. This is like the summer and like a little bit past the summer. And then I'm like, bro, you should go to Vid Summit. And he's like, what's that? Because he lives in Canada. Never really heard of it.
Yeah.
So I somehow convinced Jordan Kilganon to stay in the same hotel room with me for a week at Vid Summit. And he was like, okay. So I'm like kind of freaking out. I'm like, how did I just convince you to like fly all the way out to like Texas really cool. and whatever? So we like hang out the whole week, and now we're like really tight. Like I could text him any time of the day and he'll respond within 2 seconds. Like we probably talk like an hour or two a day, like calls once a week, every other week. So it's really cool, like how it went from I was being like one of his biggest fans to like now we're like friends. I don't think anything of it.
Yeah, that's cool.
And for the viewers at home, he's a professional dunker. Like I'm not extremely familiar with him. I've seen his dunks; they're pretty crazy. But can you give like a breakdown of like who he is?
Yeah, so he's kind of the most popular professional dunker in the world, and he's also the best too. So he's 33 years old. He's kind of old for dunking. Dunking usually you peak at like 27 years old, and he's still peaking at 33. So he hasn't lost a dunk contest in 7 years, and then he just won a dunk contest. They just aired it on TNT like this last week. Shaquille O'Neal is hosting it. Shaquille O'Neal, Vince Carter, all these NBA players. And it was like on TV. It was basically like American Ninja Warrior, but like dunking. So they had like their own backstories. Huge contest, and the winner got $200,000, and he just won it.
Whoa.
So
that's sick.
So he's kind of
he won it.
Oh, what?
He won it.
Yeah, he won
the $200,000.
So there was 40 dunkers in it, and he won the dunk contest.
That's crazy.
This is funny. They filmed it before Vid Summit, but he wasn't allowed to tell anyone. But I'm like, do not spoil it. I want to know. But he made it seem like he lost the contest. So this whole time I thought he lost, because I knew they filmed it. I just didn't know who won. And then I watched it live. I'm like, bro, you won? It was kind of funny. But yeah, he's created over 280 dunks, made up the new version of a dunk. And I would say most people, or like most dunkers, would consider him the best, like the GOAT of dunking, or at least like top 3. Like he's like way up there.
That's cool.
But yeah.
How many followers on Instagram or YouTube or even Instagram does he have? Does he have a few million? I'm sure.
Yeah, so he's got like 1 million on Instagram. It might be 2 million. I know he's got 2.6 million on TikTok, and he has almost 1 million on YouTube. So he's trying to get to 1 million on YouTube as quick as possible.
That's sick. Well, yeah, guys, I think that's going to wrap up this interview with Miles. Miles, it's great to have you.
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for making the time to join us. And make sure you guys check him out. We'll have the link to his channel in the description if you guys want to check out his videos. And maybe subscribe. Maybe we'll have an in-person one, so that'd be sick.
Yeah.
Never know.
Sometime.
Yeah, but Miles, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, appreciate you guys having me on this. I'm excited to see it on YouTube. So
yeah,
you guys for watching.
Sounds good.
All right.